7 out of 10 seniors who live completely alone today often say this remarkable sentence. My old dog is absolutely the most important and loyal companion in my whole life. That might sound sad to some people, but it is a highly honest, true statement. Today we want to understand what really happens between an old person and their dog. What sustains this deep relationship when daily human life suddenly becomes so much more difficult? And what exactly does it teach us in the crucial years that truly count finally? I will soon reveal to you which special moment describes this magical connection the best. You will certainly never forget this incredible moment again, I can promise you that today. Stay tuned until the very end, because the most beautiful part comes at the close. Let us talk very honestly today about what growing old inevitably brings into our lives. The world around us suddenly becomes much slower and life becomes noticeably much more quiet. You have fewer obligations, much less hustle, and also significantly fewer random contacts than before. The adult children have their own lives and good old friends are becoming increasingly fewer. The day suddenly becomes extremely long, but the dog is always there in these days. He has naturally grown older too, slightly slower, with a gray muzzle and tired eyes. But he is reliably there every morning, every evening, and every quiet hour in between. He never asks you, "How was your day today?" or "Have you already eaten now?" He is simply just there, relaxed on the soft sofa or quietly on the floor. This quiet and warm presence completely without any demand is incredibly valuable in this phase. Some deep closeness between two living beings simply does not need any words or questions. A Swiss research group has very closely monitored older people scientifically over 3 long years. The participants with a dog showed measurably and significantly lower depression scores during the study. Not because the dog replaces a medication, but because he noticeably changes the daily loneliness. He fills the oppressive silence in the house not with noise, but with pulsating life. And even the very quiet life of an old dog completely changes a person's routine. There is something else that I will truly never forget since I first heard it. An older lady once said, "My beloved old dog forces me to go outside daily. He does not do this with bad pressure, but he simply just needs the outside. And precisely because he absolutely has to go out, I finally have to go too." These few minutes of fresh air are often the only moment to see other people. She meets the friendly neighbor or the nice cashier who briefly asks about her well-being. These important human encounters do not just happen despite the dog, they happen exactly because he constantly opens new doors in everyday life that would certainly always remain firmly closed. He creates valuable human contact that would never have easily developed without his loyal presence. In a life phase with very little contact, exactly this is absolutely no insignificant detail. It is the huge difference between a strongly connected and a completely isolated lonely life. But now finally comes the emotional part that I promised you exactly at the beginning. This one special moment describes this deep relationship as exactly as nothing else ever could. A very old man and his old dog sit relaxed on the bench outside now. Both have become much slower, both are gray and tired in a really good way. They sit there like every single evening in the last 12 shared long eventful years. The old man says no word while the dog peacefully rests his head on him. Both look completely calmly into the falling twilight and simply just breathe the same air. In exactly this quiet moment, everything truly important is completely said without a single word. These are 12 shared years with thousands of beautiful morning walks and many experienced moments. They have experienced hundreds of incredibly bad days that only became better through their closeness. They have coped with many sad farewells and always closely shared all lasting beautiful joys. All these collected life experiences are now packed into this single, very quiet peaceful hour. Most people simply call that basic loyalty, but in absolute truth it is much more. This is truly genuine shared life in its absolutely purest and daily completely unvarnished form. It is no loyalty of great dramatic gestures, but the loyalty of very small moments. This deep loyalty shows itself every morning when the man rises and the dog looks. Every single evening when they become completely silent together because the day was simply enough. Exactly, this is by far the most beautiful story of deep loyalty I even know. This incredibly strong relationship needs no loud words and absolutely no great athletic heroic deed. They are simply just two old beings who have found each other newly every day. You might sad ask yourself now, what actually happens when this beloved dog dies first? That is the hardest question, and the honest clear answer is, a part of you. He does not just die like a pet, but a longtime faithful companion goes forever. Researchers fully confirm that older people often mourn their dog as deeply as human beings. They are definitely not irrational here, but this emotional relationship was actually very real indeed. But the absolutely most important thing is that both had a truly fulfilled life together. They simply lived intensely with each other completely and entirely without big plans every day. This daily living together remains forever as a warm and indelible memory in their hearts. The deep imprint from this unconditional pure love will certainly never completely disappear ever again. The dog gave the old person something that absolutely no medicine in the world could. He has given him a genuine true reason to wake up with joy every morning. He has filled the often very quiet house with his familiar gentle snoring and breathing. He was an attentive quiet listener for all the stories that nobody else wanted anymore. Nobody else in this world loved this person so unconditionally and without expectations as him. And exactly that is the greatest gift that one living being can ever give another. It is the pure honest acceptance of age with all its small flaws and weaknesses. The old loyal dog never judges you by how fast you can still walk today. It is completely enough for him that you are simply outside together with him today. This deep and peaceful emotional frugality is something we should absolutely learn from old dogs. They show us impressively that simply being together is much more important than constant doing. In a performance society, this profound lesson is particularly invaluable in extremely old human age. The dog daily reminds the old human being that he is still very important here. He is still needed entirely, and that continues to give his life a clear structure. This steady structure is often the strongest support when other things slowly become extremely uncertain. When you next time see an old person walking an old dog on the street, then please look closely at them and recognize this incredible and completely invisible deep connection. You see two bonded souls there who carry each other through their final life phase. They are a perfect emotional team that needs no words to blindly understand each other. Please write to us today. Who is the old person with a dog in yours? Is it perhaps your dear father, your nice mother, or a really good old neighbor? When was the very last time you simply watched them sit together so completely quietly? Because sometimes it is completely enough to simply observe this genuine true loyalty in silence. You will not find this deep bond on any screen, but only on the bench. Absolutely no single word is spoken there, and yet everything has long been fully said.